Hello, everyone. Tis I. Want to talk about that Vallow Daybell, and I'll just call her the C word. Anyway, I don't swear, but that's how I feel. I'm going to first make an analogy, and I don't know about you, but I grew up watching Charlie Brown through the comics, and Charlie Brown's teacher was, wah, wah. You know what I'm talking about, right? She never really had a clear voice, and that's how I equate Vallow Daybell to. Wah, wah. I wish they would just duct tape her mouth. Just be done, because I cannot stand her nonsense. I kind of roll my eyes most of the time, and the only reason I've been watching the trial is because I was just so glad they brought her to justice after the past number of years that she was able to ready, willing, and able to, unfortunately, take her children and have them murdered, dismember them. They found them buried in the bed. She's just disgusting. But anyways, let's talk about why she should receive the death penalty. And it's because she is so very convincing. She's kind of like a cult leader, and I hate to say that simply because she wants to be called a leader and that she's able to convince people to do things and she has some sort of special power and things like that. So I hate to even say that. But she is just this really interesting kind of person that you have to think about. If she has that much power outside of prison, how much more power does she have inside of prison to be able to convince people that may be getting out sooner than later to do her dirty work? I can't even begin to tell you how I truly believe that I would not put it past her to gather people in her so-called cult into her belief system, into believing that this is God's will. I can't begin to imagine why she would even be spared the death penalty. I don't understand her mindset. I don't understand the mindset of Chad Daybell. But all I know is I feel for every single person who has unfortunately been put in her path, even prior to all of this. It's always been inside of her. I, for one, do not follow an organized religion. I was raised Catholic, became eventually born again, raised my children in the church, and then realized the 10 Commandments either are in you or are not. Either you're going to be compassionate, empathetic, and believe in humanity, or you don't. If you see someone in front of you trip and fall and you feel for them and you help them up, you say, let me help you. And that's what being human is all about. Even people that have not been exposed to religion either have a moral compass or they don't. It's we don't have to sit in a building every single week to know how we should or should not treat other people. I'm not saying don't go to church, and I'm not trying to sway people from religion, but as someone who was raised Catholic, where obviously my grade school has been sold off and is being demolished right now as I'm talking to you. All I know is that I'm all for whatever it takes to give you peace. But I, for one, I'm not denouncing God or my faith or anything like that. But like I told my grandma years ago, God does not simply only live in church. He either lives in you or he doesn't. And so therefore, when it comes to people like Vallow, who obviously have destroyed and have mocked and have made a mockery of God, faith, religion, belief, the Bible, shame on you. So anyways, I believe she deserves the death penalty.